So let's start with our first question. What does our first question say? It says, in a certain code, teamwork is written as NF, NBF, UJ, Q, NV. And sum is written as PTDL. How will person be written as? So where will we start from? So guys, so we'll always start from, would you like to start with teamwork? No, wrong approach. Our approach will be, we'll start with the smallest word. What is the smallest word with which is given as a code? With the code, the smallest word is sum. So if I write sum here now, so it is being coded as PTDL. Would you like to go with the place values or your pattern recognition? Pattern recognition, quickly, just see, nearest letter to S. Nearest letter to S in the code is what? T. Nearest letter to O in the code is P. Nearest letter to M, L. E, D. Key value is 1. Key value is 1 and it is divide and cross. So what am I supposed to do with my answer here? I am supposed to apply the same logic. Person. I have to divide it into two halves. Divide it into two halves and cross it. If I cross it, P becomes Q, R becomes S, and E becomes F. Similarly, here I have divided it already and have to cross it. S becomes T, N becomes O, O becomes P. Yes. Now, if I try to solve the same question with my place values, check what will happen. For a change, I'll take teamwork here. TEAMWORK. Yes, it is being coded as what? NB FU JQ NV. Now I know the place values of each one of them, so I can quickly write it. T is T20, E is 5, A is 1, M mera 13, W 3 sharp edge is 23, O is Ijoti 15, R Raja, he became Raja at the age of 18, K is Kings 11 Punjab 11. V has 2 sharp edges, so I'll be writing it as 22. N is November Children's Day 14th, November 14th. Prince was 16 and the Queen was 17. J stands for Ijoti, AJ 10. You guys are 21 forever. F fix 6, B 2, N 14. So nearest number close to in the code is 20, closest one. Yes, it is 21. So I can direct it towards 21. 5 closest number here in the code, 6. 1 closest number, 2. 13, 14. So again the same thing, that is divide and cross is being done. Divide and cross is being done. So this is also a simple way. But pattern recognition, if you observe, was very faster when compared to writing the place values, because we had to take the time to write the place values. We'll go with writing the place values only when we are not able to find the pattern. Yes? Yes, so the next question is, if A is coded as 1, B is coded as 3, C is coded as 5, and so on, which of the following is the numerical value of the word faced? When he says numerical value, what does he mean? If I had to find the numerical value of the word A, B, C, then it would be 1 plus 3 plus 5, that is 9. So whatever the sum comes after adding the values, respective values, that will be called as my numerical value. Now you would have got the pattern now. A is given as 1, B is given as 3, C is given as 5, D is given as 7. So what will be E? E will be 9. So if I directly ask you Z now, because I have a Z here, right? If I ask you Z here, will you be able to directly answer it? No. So what will you do? You will go on writing it the same way and then arrive at it. I won't suggest it because you won't have so much time in the examination. So what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to write the place value. Place value, actual place values of A, B and C are what? Yes, these are the place values. A stands for 1, B stands for 2, 3, 4, yes. So what is happening here? If you observe carefully, you can see that they are in the form 2n minus 1. 2n minus 1, where n is the place value of my letters. Place value of my letters. The place value of A is 1. So 2 into 1 minus 1 gives me how much? 1. That is what is written here. Now if I come to 3, place value of C. C is 3. In place of n, I will be substituting my place value. In place of n, if I substitute 3, 3 into 2, 6 minus 1, that gives me 5. 5. So if I directly go to Z now this time, what is the place value of Z? 26. Yes, 26. 26 into 2, 52 minus 1, 51. So value of Z is how much? 51. So now I can directly write them for my word phase. So F is, place value of F is fixed 6. 6 into 2, I'll write it down here. F-I-Z-F-A-Z-E-D. Phased. 2n minus 1 for phased. 6 into 2 minus 1. 12 minus 1, 11. So value according to the code of F is 11. That of A is 1 itself. That of Z we have already calculated as to be 51. And that of E. E is how much? We know it is 5. E is 9 here. We've calculated it in the sequence. And D is given as to be 7 here. We are not taking the place values here. I am taking what? The code. One A is being coded as 1 and B is being coded as 3. Yes? So I've got this. Now if I have to arrive at the answer, what am I supposed to do? Add them all. Yes? 5 and 9, 60. 60 and 10, 70. 70 and 7, 77. 77 and 1, 78. And 1 is remaining, right? 79 is my answer. Check it again. 51 and 9, 60. 60 and 10, 70. 71, 72. 72 and 7, 79. Perfect. So, the method of pattern recognition, did it work here? No. So, certain cases will have easy application of pattern recognition, whereas certain cases will have easy application of place values of the letters. We'll take up more questions to understand it better. The next type of questions that we come across coding decoding are these ones. In these, we will have multiple statements and code will be given. So how are we supposed to approach these questions? But before that, let me tell you that these type of questions are mostly important for banking. Yes, campus placement students might also get these, but rarely. So let's see the approach that we have to follow when we have such type of a question. In a certain code language, very large risk associated is written as nu ta rogi. Let me remind you that they are not in the same order. When I say same order, meaning very is not exactly nu and large is not ta. So they are in random fashion. And this will be the sentence and this will be the code for the sentence. This is the sentence and this is the code. So what we'll do is, we'll start with the first sentence. The first sentence says what? Very large risk associated. So I'll take down every word in the form of a column. Okay? Very large risk associated. Now, next sentence, risk is very low. So I've already taken risk here. So I do not have is, so I'll be taking is. Very is already there, so low. So what am I doing here? In this column, I'll be taking only those words which are not taken here already. Okay, only the new words I'll be putting down under the column. So next one, is that also associated? Is already there. That is a new word. Also associated, I already have it. Inherent risk, also damaging. Inherent, I do not have it, so I quickly take it here. Inherent risk is there, also there, damaging. So when I form this column, after forming this column, what I'll do is I'll start comparing the sentences. So very large risk associated is my first sentence, and second one is risk is very low. So what is in common between these? Very, risk. Here as well, risk and very are common. So in the code as well, I should have two codes common. So nu and g are common. Nu and g are common. So if my very is nu, then my risk must be g. And if my very is g, then my risk must be nu. We are not certain about what exactly it is, but it is either one of them. Very is either nu or g, or risk is either g or nu. So we'll go with the next sentences and try to crack it. Very large risk associated, is that also associated? Now I can quickly see that associated is the word which is in common between my first statement and third statement. So associated code, now nu ta rogi ta. I can quickly see the ta here. So for sure associated is ta. Very large risk associated, I'll compare it with the fourth statement and the final statement. Very large risk associated. Risk I can see is in common. So risk, the code nu, I had used it here earlier for risk, and I can find nu here as well in the code for the first sentence. So for sure my risk will be nu. If risk is nu, what will be very? Very will be gi. Now I'll go with the next statement. Once I'm done comparing my first statement with all the three statements, I go with the second statement and start comparing it. Risk is very low. Is that also associated? Is, yes, I can see is here, and they are in common between these two sentences. To ta mi po fu. So me I can see is in common between these two codes. So me will be is. Next, risk is very low is being compared with the fourth and the final statement. Inherent risk also damaging. Risk is very low. I do not see anything in common between them. So I'll move ahead. Now I'll go with the third statement and compare it with the fourth statement. Is that also associated? Is that also I can see is in common in between these two. Yes, so I should have one in common in between the codes as well. So what is that? Fu. Yes, fu is in common, and fu will be also for sure. Now let's get back to the first statement. Have a look at it. Very large risk associated. I already know the code for very. I know it for risk. I also know it for associated. So the only one which I do not know is large, and it must be rho. Large will be rho for sure. Yes. Now risk is very low. In this I know what is the code for risk, is and very. So low I do not know the code. Low will show for sure will be C. Low for sure will be C. Next, is that also associated? Is known to us. Also is also known to us. Associated also known to us. That is unknown. So what is one which is not been taken by any one of them is po. So that will be po here. So inherent and damaging I can find it in the last statement, and inherent and damaging I cannot find it anywhere in all these sentences. So there are two possibilities, D and U. Either inherent can be D and damaging can be U, or inherent can be U and damaging can be DI. We are not sure about it. Now, after we are done with this, we'll take up the question. Let's have a look at the question. Which of the following is the code of damaging? I can quickly arrive at the code. What is the code for damaging? So I can see damaging here. Okay. Damaging is either YU or DI. Here I have given DI, YU, NU, either DI or YU. So I'll have to go with this option. It is either YU or DI. Either DI or YU. Next question. Which of the following represents risk is very large? Which of the following represents risk is very large? So risk is very large. Risk is NU. So I'll have to strike these two off. These are not for sure my answers. Ease is me. So I'll have to strike this one also. So my answer for sure is C. And if you want to complete the sentence, let me check it. Nu, me, zero. G is what? GI is very, risk is very, and large will be rho. That is what the question is asking here. So I went by elimination to have an answer as fast as possible. If you want to confirm it, we have also confirmed it. So this is the method that we are supposed to follow when such type of questions appear. With respect to the speed, it will come with practice, and we will be taking n number of such questions in our advanced courses. If you want to watch more free videos, download our app LOL from the Play Store. And if you're benefited by the videos you just watched, do like and share them. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates. If you have any queries or doubts, please do drop them in the comment section. You can also reach out to me or my team through any of the social media platforms like Facebook or Instagram, the link for which is provided in the description below. You can also get latest updates about upcoming examinations and our new courses on our social media platforms.